All right, everybody, welcome back to the Couch Warrior podcast. As always, I'm your host, Mike, and today I'm here with Jose Cheeto Rodriguez, returning guest. How you doing, Jose?
Good, brother. How you doing? Thanks for having me again.
Yeah. It's been about a year since we last spoke. I think the last time we spoke, you were still an amateur. Now you're pro, 2-0. How's that
Yep.
been going?
It's good, bro. I'm really excited. I'm at the point in my career where shit could happen quick or shit could go wrong quick. And that kind of in the position of shit going wrong, the last two fight camps. I had to pull out of my last one for a staph infection. And then 3 months later, again, I had to pull out for fucking weight issues. We'll get more into that and why that happened. But yeah, it's just been tough. I'm getting ready to get back in there. So I'm excited.
Has much changed in like your training and your life since you went pro, or is it about the same?
So, obviously, my name's getting bigger. More critics, more fucking people watching. So that's always nice. The biggest thing that has switched from that right now, which goes into my last fight camp, was just my training coaches. My strength conditioning, my nutritionist, just everything, bro. It was just off this fight camp, and I'm really, really excited to rectify those things and make sure that shit doesn't happen again.
Are you still at the same camp you were at before?
Yeah. I'm still at the same camp. Just some, personal issues with other coaches and other things like that. The politics that comes with this shit. So
I got you.
that's all it
Does
is.
that were you full time before, or are you full time now in
I
MMA?
was, I was always full time. I've only been doing this for a year and a half, 2 years. So I jumped right into it right after college, and I was never looked back. And like I said, I'm learning that now that like everything is really like hit or miss with this shit. It could either be really good or just be really bad. And like I never thought that would happen to me. And like I'm just like, wow, that shit is happening to me right now in like the biggest time of my career. But I'm also grateful it's happening because like I said, I've only been doing this for 2 years and I've competed a tremendous amount, like done a lot of cool shit like really quick. And so like I'm glad I'm learning this early on that these things need to be professional with nutrition, with everything. Totally different.
So when you're talking about that stuff, the stuff that went wrong, the stuff that you're figuring out, is that mostly weight stuff?
Well, it was my strength and conditioning, right? I mean, that switched. My striking coach switched. Just too many variables of things have switched and to where it threw my weight off, and I felt like I just wasn't how I usually am in camp. And it just comes from, it's not to say any of these guys are bad at anything. What it is it's just too much change from what I'm used to, especially doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And like if I'm heavier and I'm stronger, great. Also that nutrition area is something I'm really good at because my girlfriend does all that shit for me. But what was harder this time was I had a lot more muscle, and I haven't dope into water loading and like into that professional shit. And I always cut weight like a wrestler, slowly. And so now I'm learning, like, you gotta switch that shit up. I mean, it's not really healthy for your body either way, and it's not easy to have the water off. And so taking that from those are the biggest factors of being an amateur or a professional, right? Those small things make huge differences, because of this weight thing. Like I couldn't fight my last fight. I was in the fucking hospital because of it. And like has nothing to do with anything other than that. Like too many variables have changed, and I got to be more professional because at the end of the day, it's me, nobody else.
Gotcha. So I was actually going to ask you, like, I know you come from a wrestling background. Is it harder to cut weight for like MMA than it is for wrestling?
No, it's easier, but it just you have a longer time to do it. But I think it's more weight, but more time, and so it should be easier. But I never learned how to do that. I was always stuck in that old mindset. Tough wrestler, like you got to do this, you got to stop drinking water, do this, and just I'm evolving as an athlete, and so like these are the things um that make an amateur or a professional, like that difference, is learning that kind of shit. And I'm glad I'm learning it on early on before like the UFC or someone else calls and I fuck up on a big time show. So,
That makes sense. Yeah. Do you still have the same training partners?
everybody's the same, doing the same shit. So yeah, I'm just same training partners, same people. I'm with a crazy crew of people that are fucking all coming up, big UFC guys coming now. So like, you know, our
I
whole
was about
team.
to ask you if there's anybody else on the come up with you that we should look out for.
Yeah, Darwin Penna all the time.
Hell yeah.
He's always there. He had a tough camp too. I mean, the same thing. Our he almost had like the identical same training camp, like when we talked personally. And so like it wasn't just me that had to go through this. And so, I think, he's my main training partner, and I know he's the best 145 pounder by far. And, just being in that area with the like-minded people and like the same things are happening, it feels good to know that like it's not just me, but these are things that we can fix as professional athletes. And so that's what I focused on after I pulled out that last fight. That's what I'm focusing on now. Is I've already got a nutritionist. I'm gonna keep my same strength and conditioning, and then switch up my striking, to back to what it was. And so I think those are the biggest key factors on. There's some pluses in this camp and then some wrong things. Putting them together, meshing them, so I could be the best Cheeto. Yeah,
It's good that you're figuring it out now while you're still early in the career.
that's right.
Smart. What I want to ask you, I had a question, but it just fell out of my head. Well, while I remember, let's talk about Warrior Cage Grappling a little bit.
Yep.
So I know that you did commentary for them while I was gone, right? I'm usually
Yeah.
doing commentary over there. I
Yeah.
was a little busy, just got married, but how
Congrats.
was that? What did you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was really fucking cool, man. Those rounds mimic MMA perfectly. I always say that when I was commentating for them. Like, it's it's really cool, and it's like really good for the up and coming amateurs and pros. Like minded people to get in there and get those grappling rounds, because you're in a phone booth. Like, you literally can't go anywhere else but forward. Like, you can't go backwards. One step backwards, you're on the fucking cage and you're getting taken
Yes,
down.
sir.
So it's either go forward, and they're quick rounds. So that's, you got to be explosive. I'm a very slow starter in MMA. Like, I start off, like learning this, that about the guy I'm fighting, but like I really want to work on being just like sharp all the time. And so those rounds will do that for you. They'll give you that. So I think it's great.
Are you thinking to compete for them?
I will. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah.
I think my shit goes right into it. I mean, I love money too. So,
Looking forward to doing commentary for you.
hmm
But so I remember what I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned, I think you pulled out of your last fight. It was Staff, you said?
so not this last fight, right?
The
So
one
this is two
before
times
that?
in a row now. Before that was Steph. This last time was because I was in the hospital for so I felt like I was having a heart attack, but I guess it was just a panic attack. So when I was cutting weight, like I said, I was heavier, and so I was in the sauna and I passed out, and I woke up and I just didn't know really what happened, and I was like freaking out because my chest was like going like this. And so I felt, to me, no one. I'm a professional athlete. Like, I know I'm healthy, and like I've never felt anything like that. So I just immediately thought I was having a heart attack and just freaked out. Gave myself a panic attack. I didn't want to fucking die over a fight, so I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to the hospital." Shot me up with fucking everything. Felt better in about 20 minutes, and then I'm like, "Fuck, bro! I'm so overweight now," and I just I felt really bad for my opponent. Like, I know he worked hard, but like at the end of the day, all I care about is my health, and
Hmm.
this shit's for a small amount of time. You know, I don't got the rest of my life to do this. I got maybe 8 years left, and so I'm gonna make the best of it, and I want to make sure I give everything. I don't want to have any doubts about it or like regrets. And so like this is my plan, and I don't have a plan B.
Hmm.
Plan A is my plan B.
So I wanted to ask you with the Staff, because I'm also in the betting space. I do my bets and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody always talks about anytime a fighter is going into like a fight, oh, he has Staff, he has Staff. Like, how does it affect the fighter? Like, is it the actual having the Staff? Is it like the
Bro,
antibiotics?
so there's people that fight on staff. I will not. I will not, because my cardio, I can't breathe. So like I bro, if I went out there in the first 30 seconds be tired, and I'm like, I can't defend myself. How can you go into a fight knowing that about yourself? I mean, I'm not gonna like I'm not just gonna go out and fight somebody. Like, this isn't fucking a street fight. Like this, I can be healthy again and then fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, it's not do or die. And it's really, I'd rather be healthy. So that's pretty much it for me. Like, I'm not gonna fight if I have something wrong with me. And I don't want to give it to the other guy either.
Yeah, Makes
And
sense.
that shit's like life threatening too. Like you get a staph infection, shit can turn to MRSA. You turn to MRSA. I mean, that shit's the worst thing.
How are the antibiotics? I heard those are kind of whack.
Those are what get you. Is the antibiotics. You know, like it's not the staph itself. It's when you start taking the antibiotics that fucks with you. And like, but if you don't take it right, that shit could rapidly fucking travel into your blood. You get sepsis and you go into shock.
Mm,
I mean, you're
yeah.
done. I mean, it's just not worth it, you know. And I've had it a million fucking times. I've had it a million times, and so I know my body about it. And so,
Well, I'm glad you're good now, bro, and I'm glad you're taking it all serious and learning from it. But
yeah, for sure.
do you feel like the opponents are getting harder now that you're pro?
I I don't know because I don't really know how good I got. So I do an analysis like this. Okay, my opponents have gotten significant. So my last two amateur fights, both guys undefeated, 4-0, 5-0. Went the distance with one, finished the other one in the first round, and then after that, Cage Fury again. I had my first guy. He was a third round finish, and then the other guy was 1-1, which is a step up from So he's two professional fights instead of one. So but the time was less. I finished him in the first round. So I really do believe that, like, honestly, dude, that like I think they're getting harder, but I'm just getting so much better that it's just like looking easier. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. And I've been watching your fights. I remember I watched your fights before we did our last interview, and I could see the improvements. I could see the improvements in the striking. You've been looking real good.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I like to, I like to hit people, talk shit a little bit, give them a little bit of nap, and wake up. We're cool.
Oh yeah. Do you have any fights coming up yet? Do you have any news yet? Any
Yeah.
possible opponents?
So since this happened, this last one, I'm fighting in Philly. The next Cage Fury Philly is what I'm looking for. So
Hmm.
I'm in the process of getting that figured out, signing a contract. As soon as it does, you'll be the first guy I know.
Hell yeah, let's go. We'll break some news.
Yep.
Are you thinking maybe like a couple more wins and then contender series, maybe for next year?
Bro, first month next year, I want to be on the first contender series
Week one.
in Vegas.
What
That's
do you
what I
think so
want.
far of this year?
This year's been a shit show for my career, man. I've been in a fight camp for 6 months and fucking didn't fight. So I'm just hoping, and I know I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure this fight camp does not fall through. Because, bro, I need this. Like
Yeah.
I'm in Florida right now because I've been doing nothing but MMA for the last 2 years, bro, and I needed to decompress. Like I really needed this break, and like I really feel like the next time you guys see Cheeto is gonna be like the best Cheeto, and like I'm banking on that. I'm hoping on that, and I really feel that it will be. And so like I'm excited to just get home, and just get back to work, and really just took this time to appreciate life, and like so it feels really good right now. I feel really good.
So you're a 155er, right?
Yep,
Did you have you been watching contender series this year?
I
This
have.
current season?
Yep.
What did you think of Sanchez this past week? The dude who knocked
Um.
out Blair.
Yeah, that shit. So like, okay, so when I watch other people, they can look good, right? And you're like, holy fuck, like this is crazy. Like this guy looks like a monster. But then, like, I look at myself and I'm just like, well, I'm not that guy. I don't think that would even nothing like that would happen. And so I don't know what it is, bro. Bro, I really think I'm like the best 155 pounder in the world, to be honest with you.
That's how you got to think, man. That's how you
Yeah.
got to think. It's the only way I feel like any fighter I've spoken to that's been doing well, like it's that mindset. I feel like that gets you there.
It has to be, bro, because this not a joke. Like people want to put you to sleep in front of like your family and shit. Like this is not a kumbaya. Hang out. No, we're about to throw fists at each other and try to put each other to sleep. So like you have to think like that. If you don't think like that and you're doing this shit for fun, it's like not fun for your parents or whoever to watch that. And like if you this is the path you want, great. But go with it 100%. Give everything to it, because if you don't, you can get fucking hurt real quick.
Yeah, makes sense. Did you see the other fights on this past card for contender series?
Yeah, I seen the main event too. So
The
that
main event was crazy.
fucking wild. Dude, I thought the other guy was gonna starch the dude from Minnesota, but you know, I'm from Minnesota, and I'm like, let's go.
Did you
Another
see his
one.
interview afterwards with Laura?
Yeah, he wants to suck Dana White's toes.
Bro, I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
I
I was
text
like,
my
did he
buddy.
just lose his contract with that?
Oh well, dude, I thought that was actually gonna happen like that. I'm like, bro, that's like that might be a little too far. So I was like, I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah, that was nuts. And then Freddie Vidal also from New York pulled through. That was
Mm-hmm.
nuts. Got that round 3 sub.
Yeah, man, it was good. Fucking, it was good fight cards. I know I watched the 55 pounders the week before. I thought somebody was good. Manuel Souza.
Oh yeah, that was a good fight.
I like watching him because he has some grit. You know, he kind of reminded me of me. And then I got excited. I was like, "Fuck! I hope I can fight him one day."
You're a better wrestler though, I'd say.
100%. Tell my girlfriend that. I'm like, damn, this dude's supposed to be a monster. They're hyping this guy up, and I'm like, the dude did a fucking classic ankle pick that you learn in junior fucking high school, and I'm like, bro, I would put that fucker on his head. I'm not
How
saying
do
he
you
would stay down, but I'm saying like it would be pretty. I think it'd be pretty easy. I don't know. We'll see. This ain't wrestling. It's fighting. So
I'm hyped for you to get there, bro. But
thank
that's
you.
pretty much all I got for you. If there's anything else you want to talk about or anything you want to plug, floor is
Yeah.
yours.
I'll plug my girlfriend.
Let's go.
She's been the only one, and my mom. They stood by my side the whole time, and I have everything I have because of them. And so, and God's always first, actually. So just want to thank God for showing me the path. Thank my girlfriend and my mom. I love them all. And then thank you too, bro. I needed
Oh
this
yeah.
interview. I needed this interview because I've been waiting to I didn't want to post anything about like what had happened with me and like all these variables and shit because you know it's just I don't know. It looks like you're making excuses, but this is a great way to go about it.
Do you feel like it's good it helps to talk about it, say it out loud?
It does, but I I'm the guy that doesn't I don't really care about what people say. What I care about is about like the close people, like what they think. And so I do talk about it with my family and like my girlfriend, especially, and my mom. But at the same time, I got fans, I got children that follow me, and they have to ask you questions too. So when people like that ask you, you have to say something. They look at you like you're their hero and shit. And so you know, it just if I just write something on my story, right, like I did, they can kind of see it, and then they don't have to ask me. So that's why I did it. It's kind of sucks that I have to do that, right, because it's a
Yeah.
personal thing. But as you get bigger, I mean, more eyes are watching you, and then if you're not saying anything, somebody else is. So you better say what the fuck. So in a way, I was protecting myself.
Do you feel more pressure now that more people are following you and stuff?
No, I fucking love it, bro. I eat it right up.
Nice.
Yep. I
All
love
right.
it. The more people watch, the better. The better I perform when the more people watch.
Hell yeah. But all right, man. Thanks for coming on. I'm hyped to see you compete at Warrior Cage Grappling. Hyped to see
Yep.
your next fight, and we'll do an interview after you get the next win.
Yes, sir. All right. Thanks, brother.
Have a good one, man.
Yep. Take it easy.
Peace.